Erica, usually you pick a target date based on your manufacturing capabilities, not what you think the
You're
consumer...
just brilliant, Jack. You really are. You have a knack for expressing everything that I'm feeling.
Hello?
Travis. Hi, I'm so glad that I caught you. I would like to talk to you about our trip. You know, the one we planned to the manufacturing factory. We have so many things to do, so many things to discuss. So I thought that we could have dinner here and go over all the details.
Sorry, Erica, not tonight. We have plans.
We?
Barbara and I have got a dinner reservation, 9:30 at the Chez Etienne. Do you know it?
Well, of course I know it. You took me there on our honeymoon.
You'll understand. Good night.
We have plans? Well, I have plans, and they certainly do not include Barbara Montgomery.
Or me, obviously. You know something, Erica? You may know how to launch a company, but when it comes to your personal life, does the phrase bail out mean anything to you?
Here comes the bridegroom. Ta-dun, ta-dun.
Give me that.
You said you take your chances with the rest of them, and you picked your name fair and square. We're getting married in the morning.
There's something screwy going on here, I know.
Oh, Nico, come on, just think of it. All that luscious, delicious, disposable income. All mine, 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 mine. And yours, too, of course. I mean, after all, you're my wonderful, darling husband-to-be whose sacrifice at the altar of my trust fund I shall never forget.
Well, I think she just...
No. What's the matter? Don't you trust me, your very own fiancé?
No.
Oh, Nico, no.
Nico Kelly, Nico Kelly, Nico Kelly.
Okay.
The wedding's off. The wedding is off.
I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm so sorry.
Shut up. Shut up. Look, I don't know what you saw or what you heard, but I can explain it. Believe me, there's nothing going on here. You'll only hurt yourself if you start jumping to conclusions.
How can you say that?
Let me handle this, Dixie.
You're disgusting. Both of you.
No, wait. Brooke, you're going to listen to me. Dixie, stop it. I'm going to talk to Brooke and explain the situation. Trust me, nothing's changed. I want you to go up to the house and wait for us. Go. Brooke, it's not what you think. All right, fine. I just don't want you to overreact. I want you to let me explain.
You know what I want? I want a shower. I want water hot enough so it will wash every trace of you off me. You get out of my way!
No, not if you're going to throw away everything that we have.
Me throw away?
Yes? Yes? If you won't listen to me? If you're going to condemn me? If you're going to convict me? Without letting me explain what is really a very innocent situation?
Do you think I'm an idiot? Are you really going to stand there and lie to me in the...
If you have all the answers, then what are you afraid of? Why? What, are you afraid you're wrong?
I wanted to be wrong. I prayed that I was wrong.
Brooke, you're wrong. You are wrong. What happened to the crusading liberal? Where's the maverick editor that would get everyone their day in the court? What would it cost you to listen to me?
Everything. There's nothing left. You've already cost me everything.
No, I let her go. Let her go.
Explain to her.
I don't care what you have to explain. It's over. Didn't you hear her? It's finished.
so I stacked the deck just a little bit. That's no reason to go breaking a girl's heart.
Yeah. Give me a break, Cecily.
Nico, I mean it. I want that money.
Call Alfred.
Alfred, please, it would take weeks to explain this deal to anybody else.
Sorry.
Nico, I am not spending the next 4 years of my life writing out receipts at the boutique and flunking calculus at PBU.
Well, there is other things you can do.
Well, I want to. What, do you think I want my trust fund so I can sit in a condo and eat bonbons? I want to open a first-class nightclub.
I know you want to help, and I really appreciate it, but I can't...
Nico, this isn't about you. This is about me. Running a club expresses best all my features. I'm social. I know how to dress. I'm charming.
Yeah, okay, you are charming. I'll give you that. But you're lucky that I'm not some sleazebag opportunist.
It is not luck. I picked you on purpose.
I'm not taking money from some ditzy woman. That's
I
all.
am not a ditz.
Okay, you're not a ditz.
Listen, I spent most of my childhood somewhere in Europe. Half of the time, I couldn't speak the language. I had to be funny so I could make friends. But that is not who I am. I am just as serious as you are.
Then be serious. And not by marrying somebody and getting your hands on some cash to try to open up a club with the guy whose last club kind of went down the tubes.
Nico, that wasn't your fault.
I know, yeah.
Look, Creed had a lot to do with it. And then your water tank bursts, and now your capital's all dried up because Remy is a worm.
Yeah, well, okay, what makes you think it's not going to happen again?
Oh, baby, you want a guarantee. Why don't you just jump in front of the train? Otherwise, take a risk. Nico, we could do it this time. We'd have plenty of money. We'd have enough to help us through any bad times.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna save your pennies and open up a new club when you're 35? Nico, by then you'll be so old, the music is gonna hurt your ears. You won't be able to stay up past 10 o'clock, and you'll probably hate the new food. Let's do it now. Why should we wait when we don't have to?
Okay.
Okay. You'll do it?
You got yourself a groove.
Oh, I love you! I love you! No, I don't love you. I mean, I don't... You know what I mean, don't you? Oh.
Where are you going?
Are you kidding? You were easy. Now comes the hard part.
You're still in love with him, aren't you? I'd like an answer, Erica.
Yes, I am.
I see. So all these intimate dinners, this Jack, you're so wonderful, you're so brilliant.
You are.
This was just using me, right?
I was not.
Did you not just admit to me that you're still in love with my brother?
Yes. I don't think I really realized it till he came back to work for me.
I don't think you really realized it until you saw him with Barbara.
Well, that's not true.
I think it is. I'll tell you what else I think. I don't think this is love. I think this is some kind of territorial imperative thing.
Jack, really, I know what I'm feeling.
Do you?
Yes.
When were you going to let old Jack in on it, huh? 5 minutes before Travis walked through those doors to go to dinner?
No, we would have talked.
I don't think we would have. In fact, until you were sure that you had Travis interested again, I would wager that you were going to keep Jack around to press him into service anytime Erica Kane needed an escort.
Look, none of this is true. I never used you. I never once used you. I mean, when I was separated during the divorce, yes, when you were kind enough to offer, I accepted. Thank you very much. I did that because we were friends, because we cared about each other. But when I found out how you really feel about me...
How I feel? How I feel? Mm-hmm. Tell me, how do I feel? I'd like to know, how does it feel to be teased by an expert?
I'm going to forgive you for that, because I know you're angry.
No, don't forgive me for anything. I meant exactly what I said. You played me like an absolute chump.
Jack, we were both exploring our feelings.
Yeah, well, the exploration's over, okay?
Come on, don't go like this, Jack.
Listen to me. One of these days, you are finally going to realize that Travis is not going to make you happy, and then you're going to run to try to find me. Well, you know what? I won't be there.
öppna hals i Vanaheim. Kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare run. We're not finished.
Nothing's better than American cooking. And America's...
I never meant for this to happen.
Oh, I'm sure that you would like to consider yourself the victim here. Poor little Dixie. Seduced, friendless. That's not the whole story, is it?
I know that I'm to blame.
I don't want to hear any more excuses. I want to see the woman who would go through my clothes, who would masquerade as me, who would forge my signature.
That was so you could have a baby.
That's a lie. You wanted Adam's attention, and you would do anything to get it. Anything. Even break the law. And then you lied to me.
He didn't want to hurt you. He didn't.
Dixie, you're not stupid. He wanted what he wanted, and so did you.
That's not the way it was. That's not it. I would never do anything on purpose.
Did you think that sleeping with my husband would make me happy?
No, but I couldn't help it. I fell in love with him. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Is that supposed to make everything all right? That you had so little character? You had so little respect for yourself, for me, for the family that took you in?
It was an accident. I didn't plan anything. I was going to run away, and then I found out about the baby.
Oh, the baby. Of course, that was your ace in the hole, wasn't it? Because what did Adam want more than anything? His own child, and here was little Miss Cooney all ready to offer it to him.
It's not the way it was. I was going to sign the adoption papers, and then I felt the baby move, and then everybody was at me with Will and Tad and Laney just telling me not to give it up.
But you would have. Wouldn't you? You would have given up your own child if you knew that you could have had Adam.
No! No.
I welcomed you into my house. I fed you. I bought you clothes. I gave you my affection, my friendship. What did you think was going to happen? That you would stay here, that you would run down to the boathouse to sleep with my husband, and then you would run up to the nursery to play with the baby. I mean, what kind of a fantasy world do you think this is?
We'd never stay here.
Because you knew he'd gladly install you in an apartment and he'd come to visit you once a month? Or did you think that he'd fall in love with you? And that he'd divorce me and he'd marry you?
No. You have to understand, I never meant to hurt you.
You don't give a damn about anybody but yourself. And you don't even have the guts to admit it. I swear, if it weren't for that poor baby, I would shake the life out of you.
Sorry. If I could change anything.
I want you to go upstairs. I want you to pack your things. I want you to get out. Now.
You all right?
Ross, Dixie's going upstairs to pack. Will you help her, please?
Sure. I wish you'd have let me explain. All of this could have been avoided.
You think so?
Yes, of course. Brooke, what you saw, and I don't blame you for reacting. I was trying to comfort her.
Comfort?
Yes.
It's quite a euphemism.
She said she was leaving. I thought if I could, well, flirt with her. Make her feel important, and it might buy us a little time.
For what?
To convince her to change her mind about the adoption. Every lawyer I have talked to has urged me to persuade her. They said it'll be 6 months, it'll be a year, you know that, before we can find another candidate. So I had to do everything in my power to keep Dixie's child.
It's your child. That's your that she's carrying.
She told you that?
She didn't have to tell me that. I know that.
All right. All right, you're right. It's my child. But I didn't betray you. I knew how you felt about surrogacy. And I know it was selfish, but, well, I arranged to have Dixie artificially inseminated in secret.
Oh, you really are unbelievable.
Brooke, you don't think that I would risk our marriage by sleeping with her?
I think that you are just about capable of anything.
Yes, I am. For my family, yes, I am. For you, I would do anything in this world. And yes, I admit it, I wanted my own blood child. It's my compulsion, it's my obsession. And I lied, and I manipulated, and I am guilty. But I never slept with her. You've got to believe that. You've got to trust me because I love you.
Stop! Every word out of your mouth is a rotten, stinking lie. This is from Miss Evelyn Poe. She's so sorry to inform me that my husband employed a Miss Dixie Cooney to impersonate me and forge my signature. And this one is notes on my conversation that afternoon with Valerie.
Valerie.
You don't remember her? Valerie was the woman whose child that we were going to adopt before you paid her off. We flew all the way to Indiana. You had Mr. Sachs waiting at the airport for us to deliver the terrible news.
All right, Brooke. You don't have to...
Rub your face in it. I bought toys, and I bought clothes, and I bought a bassinet. You watched me decorate the nursery while you knew what you were planning to do, and you held me and comforted me while I cried all the way home. What are you? What kind of a cold, manipulative monster?
All right, I was wrong. Very wrong. And I hated doing it. But I have this obsession to have a child of my own.
We could have had a child of our own. We could have had Valerie.
No, that's not what I mean, and you know it. I wanted something more than that. I wanted something of mine.
If you knew how to love, you could have something. But you don't know anything like that. You only know bloodlines and possessions.
That's not true.
It is true. Why else would you take Dixie to bed? Less than an hour after I found out about that forged surrogacy agreement. And don't try to deny it. Because that's the night that you lost that gold pen. And the boathouse is where you lost it.
I wasn't trying to get her pregnant. No. Brooke, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, we had just had a terrible fight. I thought that I had lost you. I was desperate. I was drinking. She came down, followed me to the boathouse. We only did it that one time.
Once? You were in Sea City this afternoon with her, and God knows how many other times. And I don't care.
Brooke, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. The only reason you might be sorry is because I found out. How many other love nests do you have? How many other lovers have there been? You might as well tell me, because it doesn't matter to me anymore.
None, I swear.
Not that I would believe you. I know what you were going to do. You were going to hide her away, and then you were going to have your attorneys palm off her child, your own child, as a baby available for adoption.
If you could just forgive me.
You're pathological, you know that? It's all been lies. It's all been lies, our whole life together.
I love you. That's always been the truth.
I would have given anything to be able to give you a child.
I know. I was a fool.
And now I don't have you, I don't have Laura, I don't have anything.
It's going to be all right, darling.
Oh, no, don't touch me. I don't want you ever to touch me.
Brooke, We can fix it. We've done it before. I love you.
Let her go.
I won't let you leave.
Let her go. No more.
Get out of my way. Where do you think you're going? You can't let her drive like that. She'll get herself killed. I'll take care of her. Dixie, are you all right? It was all my fault. I tried to protect everybody, our baby, you.
It's all over.
No, it's not all over. It's just beginning. Nothing's changed. I'm going to adopt our child.
This is the day of judgment. Will was right. He said it would come.
Oh, Dixie, don't do that to yourself. That's superstition and guilt.
We are guilty. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not bear false witness. I swore on my mama's Bible my hand should have burst into flames.
God will forgive you, Dixie. Don't worry.
He that committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. And he that committeth sin is of the devil. We are going to burn in hell.
Dixie, where are you going?
I pray to Jesus to forgive me.
Well, now look who we have here.
Oh, don't you look lovely, dear?
Oh, thank you, Aunt Phoebe. Did you get Mother to come?
Oh, she's on the telephone. Something about a Tokyo exchange. I'll go and call her.
Darling, why did you have me arrange this little rendezvous?
Well, Aunt Phoebe, I would really like to talk to Mother privately just to make sure that all the enmity between us is really gone.
Well, I'm glad that you've seen the light, darling, but really, your mother wouldn't mind if...
But if she hid her feelings out of consideration for you and there was still enmity lurking in her heart, I'm sure you understand. Thank you, Aunt Phoebe. Mother, I know you don't approve of Nico Kelly. No, don't put words in her mouth. Mother, thanks to you, I've really grown up. Yeah, right. Thanks to her, I've been starving.
Here she is.
Uncle Langley, Aunt Phoebe would like to speak to you in your study.
Well, that's odd. Whatever. Oh, I understand. Mother, daughter. Excuse me.
Well, I must say, dear, that all this mystery is disturbing.
Well, no, Mother. I just wanted to say that thanks to you, I've really grown up.
Well, that's generous.
And
it's rather surprising.
well, I've also come to realize that the old-fashioned values are best.
Which old-fashioned values?
Home, hearth, matrimony. And to show my newfound maturity, I'm going to give you another chance.
Oh, Cecily, that's exactly what I've been
And I want your approval for my marriage to Nico Kelly.
Excuse me.
I'm going to marry Nico Kelly, and I want your approval.
Darling, come and sit with me.
No, Mother, I don't want to be talked out of this. I'm in love with him, and he loves me.
So you said about Sean.
Sean and Nico are totally different.
Not according to their parole officers.
Nico's trouble with the law was a setup. He's very honest, he's very hardworking, and I trust him.
Aren't you rushing things, Cecily? After all, you haven't even had enough time to recover from your last involvement. Darling, you don't want to make such an important decision on the rebound.
I'm not on the rebound, Mother. I am in love.
So then enjoy him. I mean, he does have a certain animal charm. Darling, don't endanger your fortune, to say nothing of your peace of mind, by making legal commitments.
I'm not like you, Mother. I don't use people.
Well, isn't that what he's doing with you?
No, he is not. Now, look, Mother, this is the deal. Either you approve of my marriage to Nico, or that's it. You and I are finished.
Well, perhaps you're not as naive as I thought.
Everything I learned about manipulation, I learned from you.
You win. You'll have my approval. I'll sign the papers, and you will have your trust fund.
Thank you so much. Thank you so. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Aunt Phoebe, we have a wedding to plan. Well, I think this is more cooking than I did during our entire marriage.
Wow. Look at that. You just whipped all these things up yourself, huh? Well, let's see what we've got here. Wow. Being divorced agrees with you, Mrs. Montgomery. That's terrific.
Well, yes. And no.
Here. To you.
To Truth.
The truth. That sounds kind of ominous.
What, are you afraid of the truth?
Oh, I'm not afraid of...
Okay, well, then I'll go first. Truth. Mona really wasn't sick the other night. Truth, you didn't need to go out and fill a prescription. Truth, you set the whole thing up to leave me here alone with Bianca.
Are you angry?
It all depends, Mr. Montgomery. Why'd you do it?
Let's just say it might have something to do with the months I spent at Oakhaven. Maybe I picked up a little armchair psychology. I don't know. But I sensed that if you had to take care of Bianca, you would discover that you could.
Well, I didn't drop her.
I knew that you wouldn't.
Of course, she is the best baby in the world.
Yeah, well, she takes after all men.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Really. I think what you did was very perceptive and loving and thoroughly generous.
Well, if it helped you, then it was certainly worth it.
It did. Do you remember centuries ago when we were still married? Oh, many, many centuries ago. We had a talk one night, a baby talk.
About having a baby?
Once, yeah. I'm not surprised you don't remember it because it really didn't make much of an impression at the time.
You wanted to have a baby?
Well, I really wasn't that serious about it because I was convinced you'd be a terrible father.
This really is truth night, isn't it?
You were a womanizer. Self-centered. Shall I go on?
No, you don't have to. When do we get to the good stuff?
You've changed. You're a nice man now.
Thank you.
I like you very much. It's funny. The truth is, I feel closer to you now than I did when we were married.
I feel the same way.
You expecting someone?
No. Well, just be quiet. Maybe they'll go away.
Okay. I'm not usually a pessimist, Travis, but there's only one person I know that would do that to a doorbell.
Erica.
Yeah.
Pain. Pulse.
Oh, Erica, what a surprise.
Well, I'm sorry. I really am. I know you have reservations, but Chez Etienne will just have to wait. Do you mind?
Nice to see you too, Erica.
Actually, we won't need you. I really have a lot of questions for Travis, and he's the only one who can possibly answer all of these questions. Frankly, I think we have about 3 hours worth of work, so you could leave.
She stays.
Suit yourself.
Hors d'oeuvre?
Oh, Barbara, I didn't know you cook. You don't. Just impossible to get that taste out of your mouth, isn't it?
You know, there's something I don't quite understand, Erica. Given your obvious affection for me, why on earth did you agree to my suggestion about renaming the company?
I like the name. Love this champagne, but Travis, you always did know where to find these hidden bottles.
You didn't appear to like the name when I first mentioned it.
Well, never try to second-guess me, Barbara. You'll always be wrong.
All right. Yes, on 1, no, on 2, 3, and 4. 5 requires more capital. 6, it's premature. 7, it requires FDA approval, so table it for now. 8, no. 9, yes. 10 is a question of law, so you're going to have Jackson check out the laws in the various states. If it turns out that the laws are similar, one state to another, we mark it regionally. If not, we don't. Good night.
Well, as usual, Travis, you just exceed all my expectations.
Well, thank you, but now if you'll excuse us, we are a little bit late.
Yes, of course. Well, then I'll call you first thing, and we'll discuss our trip. Enjoy your evening.
We will.
To Truth?
She'll never change.
But I have, huh?
Yes, you have. You really have. You've gotten over her, haven't you? I wouldn't have believed it, but after tonight...
Did you see the look on her face when I went down that list?
I almost felt sorry for her.
I thought this was Truth Night.
All right, I was thrilled.
Over there. Oh! Hi, stranger.
Oh, I'm glad I caught you.
Yeah, me too. Get in there.
Okay.
You know what you caught is me at a rat's nest.
That looks like a little work was done here today, right?
Too much, if you ask me. I tell you, if I didn't have a 7:15 tomorrow morning, I would just leave the whole place just the way it is.
Well, then I take it you're too tired for a little shop talk, huh?
Shop talk? Now, what on earth would Jackson Montgomery know about the beauty shop biz?
Well, I pride myself on being able to spot a beauty anyway.
You're good. You're very good.
And now that I'm Erica's lawyer for her new cosmetics...
Whoa, wait a minute. You really do like to live dangerous, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Did I say something?
No, I was just thinking about this idea. How would you like to be a consultant? Yes, you.
Wait a minute. You mean the glamour queen of Pine Valley wants to know what I think about the...
No, I want to know what you think. We have a new product line. I like to bring some of it in here. You try it on your customers, and you let me know what their reaction is.
Oh, like if they break out in hives or if their skin turns blue, stuff
That's
like
exactly the optimistic attitude I'm looking for in a consultant. This will work out great.
You're serious?
Yes, of course I'm serious.
Sure, I'd love it. Thanks. How about that? Me, a big-time beauty consultant.
Good. We ought to be getting our first samples any day. I'll bring them by.
Let me know.
We will. So, can I give you a hand with something here? I can use a broom.
My knight in shining armor.
Well, I'm hardly that.
No, I was just thinking about that victory celebration we had for the hospice. You know, you saved the day, and I called you our knight in shining.
Yeah, I remember that was at the chateau.
Yeah. Remember what else I said?
Yes, I do. You said that people that spend too much time trying to help other people end up burning themselves out.
Yeah. I smell smoke.
Well, you have a pretty good nose.
Nose is good. Ears are better. Sit.
Now, I have a dress.
You've already bought a wedding gown?
Well, that's what gave me the idea. You know, I saw it in Myrtle's window. It is beautiful, absolutely perfect for a wedding, so I thought, why not?
I'll never understand this generation.
Yours is not the reason why, my pet.
Now, Aunt Phoebe, I would really love to have the wedding in your garden, if that's all right with you. It's just so beautiful this time of year.
But in June, the roses will be in bloom,
No,
and you could...
next week.
We would be honored to host your wedding here, wouldn't we, Phoebe?
Oh.
Now, what's next on the list?
Food. Mother, if you could find a caterer...
decent caterer would agree to do an affair of this proportion in 1 week.
All right, then. I guess you will have to stop by Burger Castle's drive-up window on the way to the ceremony. Otherwise, the guests are going to go hungry. Now, music. Uncle Langley, do you think you could find me a couple of musicians?
Why don't you try an organ grinder? They're usually available on a moment's
I
notice.
think that the university ensemble might be available.
Uncle Langley, you are the best. Oh. Can I ask you one more thing?
Anything.
Will you give me away again?
My darling, I would stand up for you on a battlefield. Of course I will.
Oh, thank you.
That girl can wind him around her little finger.
Okay, what are we sitting around here for? We have a wedding to arrange. Vite, let's go.
Come on.
Bitsy, how could you let it happen?
She gave me no choice.
Oh,
The boy may lack breeding, but I do think he's honest and proud, and I don't think he's after her money.
He just went bankrupt. Of course he's after her
Not
money.
necessarily. They've known each other for a long time.
Oh, Ross, what a surprise.
Is Brooke here?
No. What's the matter? What's wrong?
Is she here?
No,
She's not
no.
here, and we haven't heard from her.
In the name of heaven, what is it? Oh, this is dreadful.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to call that diabolical husband of hers.
Phoebe, dearest, butt out.
Oh, God. Please help me. Oh, Laura. I want you. Where are you? I need you. Go. Oh, God. When I lost you, I lost everything.
Ladies, Remington has many ways.
And this is the make me look like the picture bottle. Customer comes in with a picture out of a magazine. I want to look like Farrah or Madonna or Boy George, whoever. We say no, she says yes, we do, and she bursts into tears.
And then you run for the make me look like this
the picture bottle, right? Cheers.
Cheers. You know, Donna, you're absolutely right. I've been focused on other people just too long. But you figure if you just give a little more, if you just wait a little longer.
I know the whole story, Jack. Everything will be fine. Everything will turn out great, and everybody lives happily ever after.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make it any easier letting go, knowing that you have to.
No. But I realize now that I have to. And I will. It's time for Jack Montgomery to start looking out for himself and let everybody else look out for themselves.
Amen.
You know the first thing I want to do?
What?
Settle right here in Pine Valley.
Great.
I like it. It feels like home to me.
Oh, I could never leave.
I'm glad to hear that. Because if I'm going to live here, I'd like to have some of my friends around.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You think that husband of yours would mind if I took his ever-lovely wife out for a late-night supper? Just to say thanks.
I don't think he'd much care one way or the other.
Donna, what's wrong?
How about everything?
Now, turn around here. Now, what has happened?
Jack, you couldn't know this, but I married a gambler. He was on the wagon when we got married. I thought he'd licked the whole problem. I should have seen the signs. He's been under a lot of stress, you know, away from the people who love him and support him.
Well, there's all kinds of support groups. I'm sure there's some in Boston.
Ah, Boston. Problem is, he's in Las Vegas. With another woman, and he wants a divorce.
I am so sorry.
Me too. I really feel bad, though, for Emily Ann. She's taken it so hard. She idolized Benny, damn it. He abandoned her at 17.
Well, she's not the only one he's abandoned, is she?
Oh, please don't be nice to me, because I'll cry.
I'm going to be nice to you. You just go ahead and cry.
We're some pair, you and me, huh?
At least we're both good listeners.
I was absolutely brilliant. And Phoebe is even doing the flowers, and my mother will probably prepare the food herself, although let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, I hate to rain on your parade.
No. There's not going to be any rain. Did you hear that? We want sunshine and blue skies.
Well, if you want a wedding, you're going to have to sign this.
A prenuptial agreement? I thought you trusted me.
Just read it.
I, Nico Kelly, blah, 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 agree to take 1/2 the money agreed upon. You're not supposed to use the same word twice in one sentence.
I am
You know that?
repaying the money in 5 years at 14% interest.
Do I look like a loan shark? Nico, I'm giving you this money because you deserve it.
Those are my terms.
Look, if it weren't for you, I'd probably have to wait till I was 25 to get a decent manicure. No. There's no way I'm not.
I'm not taking money from some ditzy woman.
Watch it, Kelly.
Young, intelligent woman. Just read it.
Cecily Davidson and I will invest in the new club on a 50-50 basis. All decisions will be made together, which means nobody so much as buys placemats without the other one agreeing. You're something, you know that? You're the best first husband a girl could ever have.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean it, Nico. You're very honorable and ethical, and when we get divorced, I'm going to find you someone that will really appreciate you.
So you'll sign?
On the dotted line. Next week, you and I will be Mr. and Mrs. Nico Kelly, and the following, we will be the proud owners of the hottest nightclub in Pine Valley's history.
Now what?
Oh, didn't I tell you? We have to make an announcement. We're having a party tonight.
No.
Find her.
No.
She was only seconds out that door.
Fine, well, she's gone, okay? I went over to Tom's health place. I went back to Tempo. I went over to Phoebe's. She's gone.
Calling the police. Somebody's got to find her and bring her back here safely.